If you're serious about becoming a great musician, whether you want to compose, improvise, perform live, or produce music, there's one skill you absolutely cannot ignore, and yet most musicians do. In this video, we'll reveal the most neglected benefit of a great ear and why this skill separates average musicians from masters. We'll also show why, without this ability, all your creative and performance goals become harder and more frustrating. Having trained over 2,500 musicians to develop their ear, we consistently see that when the ear stops being the bottleneck, the quality of your music and playing naturally transforms, and with it, your entire musical identity. If that sounds like a bold claim, keep watching. We'll show you exactly why that's true. You've probably heard that great musicians have a great ear. But what does that actually mean? It means they perceive music differently. When they hear a melody, they instantly sense each note's position within the key, allowing them to find it immediately on their instrument. When they play with others, they hear where intonation or rhythm is off before the audience even notices. When they improvise or produce music, their musical instincts are lightning fast, because they're not relying on guesswork or memory. They're just reacting to what they hear. Their musical imagination leads, and their playing follows. But here's the twist most musicians miss. Your ear is not fixed. It's trainable. And the difference between a struggling musician and a master is how well their ear is trained. This isn't just about transcribing songs or passing theory exams, it's about developing a refined perception of music, which means learning to speak the same language that music speaks, the language of feelings. When great musicians think of a chord, a melody, a rhythm, or even a particular timbre, they've tied it to a feeling in their mind. Chords and notes are associated with feelings of tonal stability and instability, tension and resolution, and so on. Rhythm perception is connected to a sense of movement, which also carries its own specific rhythmic tension and resolution. Timbre is linked to spatial qualities like small or big, wide or narrow, near or far, and to synesthetic touch sensations, such as gritty, smooth, hollow, snappy, and more. Once these layers of perception become more refined and accurate, your music and playing has no choice but to improve. Most musicians delay ear training. They say,
"I'll work on that later."
Or they think,
"I just don't have a naturally good ear."
So they focus on technique, gear, theory, software, everything except the one thing that actually moves the needle. But here's the truth. Without a trained ear, everything else you learn will eventually hit a wall. You'll struggle with pitch, you'll struggle to play with others, you'll struggle to recognize issues and mistakes, or worse, not even realize you're making them. You will never feel in the flow while improvising. And if you create music, composing, producing, you'll constantly second-guess your choices. Why? Because music is an auditory art form. And if your auditory perception is limited, every musical task becomes harder than it needs to be. We've seen this play out with over thousands of students. Some were told by conservatory professors that they just don't have a musical ear. Others spent years trying traditional interval exercises and got nowhere. They were stuck, like they were in a dark room trying to find the door. Then they trained their ear the right way, and it was like someone turned the lights on. Suddenly they could transcribe songs by ear alone, in minutes instead of hours. Their improvisations stopped feeling random and started feeling natural. Some started composing for the first time. Others discovered they could actually sing, even after thinking for years that they were tone deaf. But what shocked them most was how these changes came so fast. Because once you start hearing music the way great musicians do, your brain connects the dots on its own. Your playing adjusts automatically, your instincts sharpen, and music finally starts to make sense. Now here's the most important part. The real benefit of ear training, it's not "I can tell what chord this is" or "I can sing that interval." Those are nice milestones. But the real benefit is that your brain stops second-guessing. It starts hearing music directly, in context, with full clarity, and is able to make decisions instantly. You're not calculating, you're not memorizing, you're not hoping you'll guess right, you're just listening and reacting in real time. It's like chatting with a close friend compared to trying to talk to someone who doesn't speak the same language. That's what separates the greats from everyone else. Not their hands, not their gear. It's their perception and understanding of the musical language. what most musicians refer to as their ears. So if you're tired of feeling stuck, frustrated, or behind, and want to finally feel confident, spontaneous, and free with your music, start by closing the gap between your ear and the musician you admire most. Once that gap is gone, your music and playing will follow. We've taught our unique ear training method to over 2,500 musicians, and today it's rated excellent on Trustpilot and used in top music colleges and universities worldwide. It's a science-based system that's a giant leap beyond traditional ear training, and the results speak for themselves. If you'd like to experience this for yourself, we've created a free workshop. You'll find the link in the description below. In the workshop, you will assess your current ear training level and pinpoint exactly what's holding you back. Discover the specific exercises you should be practicing based on your level. Learn the thinking strategies that actually transform your ear and understand which common strategies to avoid and why they hold most musicians back. By the end of the workshop, you'll have a clear roadmap to start building an intuitive ear like the greats. But if you're not ready to commit to the workshop yet, no worries. Check out this video where we show the exact exercises and ear training strategy that transformed one of our students from zero to playing chords and notes by ear in months.